Another international company establishes operations in Irving.
I've already got people volunteering from all over North America to move to Texas.
Learn some of what toolmaker Hilti will be doing here and why executives chose North Texas.
We don't want to overspray any area. We want to do it just right.
It's a midnight mosquito mission. Go along with the city's team working to help protect neighborhoods.
They're just trying to get from point A, which is a strange place to them, to point B, which is a strange place to them.
People working in the city's visitor industry are among those raising questions about the impact of a massive road construction project. Find out where they are looking for answers.
It means a lot to me, and I think that's the beauty of tattoos. It's my lifestyle, sun cut.
Inked in Irving. Check out what we found at the convention center during a tattoo expo. Plus, a local hospital's new name, an update on Freeway the Cat, and why it's time for coffee with cops. This is City Source. Helping Irving fight the bite is an around-the-clock job. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. More mosquitoes caught in Irving have tested positive for West Nile virus. The latest cases at production time were from traps at Fox Glen, Sunrise Park, Markwood Park, and Mountain Creek Preserve. So far, no humans in Irving have caught the disease this year. In response to those positive test results and traps catching high numbers of mosquitoes, the city is spraying those neighborhoods in the overnight hours. Our team went along on one of those late-night journeys. While most people are sleeping, the City of Irving's mosquito control team is still working, setting out to spray neighborhoods where traps like this one caught either high numbers of mosquitoes or even one with the West Nile virus.
Start our spray.
Conditions have to be optimal, not raining and not too windy. Mosquito control coordinator Thomas Dickens drives at about 15 miles per hour when the spray is going.
We don't want to overspray any area. We want to do it just right. We overspray, we'll have a potential of building up a resistance in the mosquitoes you don't kill.
His experience has taught him which neighborhoods have the biggest mosquito problems. Zip codes 75060, 75061, and 75062. And there is a reason.
How old are the trees? When you have older trees, they're more likely to have little holes in them. The mosquitoes will breed out of that.
The spray only affects adult mosquitoes, so the team will target neighborhoods several nights in a row to catch more of the life cycle.
So if we do in rounds of 2 to 3 times, then we can really see a big difference in how many mosquitoes we kill.
But no matter the neighborhood and no matter how many of these late-night spraying missions he does, he says personal protection is always important. That's because
And it's not going to eliminate all the mosquitoes. That's probably not possible in such a large land area where Irving is. But we can sure reduce them and lessen the threat.
find spraying schedules and other safety tips at irvingfightsthebite.org. To report standing water or other issues, the mosquito hotline number is 972-721-3755. Change is official here at the intersection of MacArthur Boulevard and State Highway 183. This hospital we all knew as Baylor Medical Center Irving is now Baylor Scott and White Medical Center Irving. You can see new signs are now in place. The change comes amid a $37 million renovation project and follows the merger of the two systems. The name change in Irving is the first for the North Texas division, but all 49 of the system's hospitals will eventually see name changes. Baylor Scott and White is now the largest nonprofit healthcare system in the state. In other business news, a Europe-based company has big plans for growth, and executives believe Irving can play a key part in that growth. We were at the grand opening of a huge new facility for Hilti Tools. If you ever had any doubt that tools are big business, listen to what we learned in this room where workers make custom drill bits.
We do $1 million in sales of just these kinds of bits a year, supported by this facility.
And that's just one part of this large new operation for Hilti Tools in Irving. With a huge ribbon cutting, employees opened Hilti's Western Hemisphere Product Development and Tool Service Center.
It's a culmination of a lot of hard work. A full 2 years ago, we actually started the process of deciding where to move the company in the United States. We evaluated 18 different cities in the United States and decided on the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
We're going to repair in excess of 50,000 tools a year here.
It's happening in this new 65,000 square foot building on West Royal Lane in Irving.
And the Irving facility that we're sitting in was a clear choice for us in setting ourselves up to be near the airport and a great opportunity to develop outstanding service to our customers.
We're just excited to show you how cool this place is.
We went along for a tour to see some of what happens from this area where tools are fixed to this customer experience center where people can try out tools.
Now we have a dedicated area.
Irving Mayor Pro Tem Gerald Ferris stepped up.
Hey, who doesn't like power tools, right? I mean, come on.
This is one of 3 grand openings for Hilti in the region. In addition to this testing and repair facility in Irving, the North American headquarters are opening in Plano and a distribution center in Dallas. Hilti executives say there are a few reasons behind the move of some of its operations from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I've already got people volunteering from all over North America to move to Texas. And before, when I said move to Tulsa, they said forget about it.
Attracting and retaining and developing great and fantastic, very well-educated people, Tulsa became more and more an issue for us.
Now we have people moving from Montreal, Vancouver, New York, all wanting to live in Texas. And then, of course, as we recruit in the marketplace, we have a great pool of talent within this city.
I was excited. I was ready to go. I was like, let's just go.
Jenny Strikey jumped at the chance to relocate here, and she did not come alone.
My spouse also works here. He's on the development team for Firestop.
She says she loves it so far, with more open space and
New friends, just new people, and I love talking to people.
the company has big plans for growth.
On our way to now growing from a $1 billion company to doubling that, which is the intention.
Over the next 4 or 5 years, we're going to have 1,000 team members to the company. You have to be in an environment that attracts talent.
The city of Irving hopes it can ride the wave of some of that success as other businesses see what Hilti and other companies accomplish here.
A win begets another win in the corporate world.
Oh yes, it's always great to be able to showcase companies where we've had success, be able to talk to them about how the city and the chamber and the Convention and Visitors Bureau all work together as a team to make sure that our businesses are successful.
I want you to know, I think we made the right move.
Hilti may get new neighbors. The Chamber of Commerce says it hopes to have some announcements about more new companies moving into that area. Every time we look, there are more signs of progress at the Texas Musicians Museum. The debut event, called the Big Opening Party, is just days away. It's Saturday, July 25th. This building that was once a car dealership and later a sign shop has been completely renovated. Memorabilia from Buddy Holly, Janis Joplin, Willie Nelson, and even Beyonce will be among the displays inside. The Big Opening Party on July 25th will run from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Performances are scheduled throughout that time. Tickets range from $40 to $100. As people come to the city to visit that attraction or any others, chances are good that they will encounter road construction. The Midtown Express offers resources to keep residents informed, but businesses and organizations that depend on visitor traffic are among those raising questions about the impact. Getting answers to those concerns is a goal of the Midtown Express Business Owner Task Force. We went to the group's first meeting. The Omni Mandalay is one of Irving's top hotels for meetings, conventions, and business travelers. So anything affecting access is something the sales and marketing director wants to know about.
It's important for us to be able to coordinate our groups, our guests' comings and goings. So the more information we have in advance, the better we can let them know what's going to be happening in the area.
Work on the Midtown Express is now underway. State Highway 183 is the biggest part of the Midtown Express construction project and what most people first think about. But it's not the only part.
In their bid, Southgate Constructors was also able to include work on Loop 12 and State Highway 114.
Just a quick introduction to this.
This event at the Irving Chamber of Commerce is focusing specifically on State Highway 114, where some of the work has already started. This is the first meeting of the Midtown Express Business Owner Task Force.
It's an opportunity for the businesses to come in and learn about the work before anybody else, and it's also an opportunity for them to come and bring their questions and have construction experts answer their questions.
Well, it's very important because not only do they have customers coming to see them, they also have employees trying to get into work.
These drawings from Southgate show the goal: new managed toll lanes on 114 between 161 and Rochelle.
Then between 161 and International Parkway, there will be one additional westbound toll managed lane.
In addition to some of the city's biggest employers being located near State Highway 114, the area is also a hotspot for special events. The Omni Mandalay and the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau are among those in the visitor industry working to give as much notice as they can to groups considering booking.
When you're talking about groups and conventions, those are things that have been on the books for several years.
Groups naturally want to know how it will affect their flow of their attendees. And as long as we let them know in advance and we give them factual information, we haven't had any issues.
You got to, as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, communicate to your customer so they can communicate to their customer.
This is the first thing that needs to happen in this sequence.
The business people here are learning of a couple of the first spots to watch, including the long-term closure of the ramp going from northbound Spur 482 to West State Highway 114. The bridge here will be demolished and rebuilt wider. O'Connor Boulevard at 114 is another active site.
What we're actually doing is we're going to be widening the 114 bridge over O'Connor, so there are actually going to be nightly closures on O'Connor associated with that.
The Midtown Express Business Owner Task Force will have meetings every month at different locations, and organizers say things will definitely get busier with more closures and more traffic changes to talk about every month. And contractor Southgate says it's important for not only businesses, but all drivers to stay informed.
What I really want people to know is that there are great tools out there for them to get information.
Drivers can find updates and sign up for email alerts at drivemidtown.com. There's still a bigger challenge of getting that information out to all of the visitors who come to the city.
When you don't know your way around to start with, we really have to talk to those folks very differently. So it's a constant form of education, and it's constantly reminding ourselves that they weren't here yesterday, they don't know the history, they don't know this has been talked about for 3 years or 30 years. They just know when they got here, it was confusing.
It will be something that they will have to figure out because construction will last for years. The work underway on the 3 local highways is an interim project.
If we could, we would build the ultimate. It's a little over $3 billion, we just don't have the funding. We are looking at about 15 to 20 years unless the funds come earlier.
One of the great things about the Midtown Express project is even though it's going to be 3 years of really intense work for this phase, they're doing as much of it as possible at the same time.
The goal of events such as this one is to keep the dialogue going, which could help keep traffic flowing and business growing.
We're all excited about what this will look 3 years from now. We've all lived through several highway construction projects. We just need to make it really, really easy for our clients to live through these massive projects.
We're just ready for anything they throw our way. It's exciting,
The next meeting of the Midtown Express Business Owner Task Force is Wednesday, July 22nd from 9:30 until 10:30 a.m. at Southgate Constructors on Kim Search Boulevard. The Irving Fire Department says it is looking to hire about 50 new firefighters, and a deadline is approaching. Pay starts at about $4,200 a month, and there are benefits and incentives on top of that. Recruits must be 21 to 35 years old. To sign up for the next exam, go to irvingfd.com or call 972-721-2696. The deadline is July 31st. Residents have a chance to enjoy coffee with a cop. We were at the latest event, which was at McDonald's near the intersection of Interstate 635 and MacArthur Boulevard.
We're having a Coffee with a Cop event and an opportunity for the citizens to come out and meet with their local police officer that works the beat in their area.
We need to support our police. They are here to protect us. They're important to our community.
If they have something they'd like to talk about, just kind of an open forum to discuss any issues they have.
The information they gave us is very good for everybody.
So everything's going well, no issues?
Yeah, everybody's taking good care of it.
That's what we like to hear. Sometimes they just have issues with their neighbors or parking issues on their street or questions about, if they go on vacation, what do they need to do?
Also policies of the city to learn like code enforcement. We have crime prevention people in Irving.
They like the opportunity to come out and meet with the officer under circumstances where there's not an emergency.
It's a very good mutual respect for the community, and that's why I love to come and say hi to them.
Thanks for coming out. It's good to talk to you.
They're here to help us. We need to be helpful to our police force, and we need our citizens not to be afraid, our children not to be afraid of the police.
People coming out and just having a nice conversation and thanking them for doing their job, I think it's a really good morale booster for the officers as well. I think it's good for both sides.
Yeah, looks like they enjoyed that, and those events are held quarterly. Coming up, a story I can't wait for you to see, all the fun at the Dallas Tattoo Expo. But first, what's hot on our websites? It's WebWatch, our most popular and most talked about videos online, and people are learning more about fighting the bite.
Pretty much early February, we were seeing problems already throughout the city, swimming pools, things like that.
That story from May on the newest mosquito trapping location in the city tops the list this week. And given the super hot temperatures, it's not too surprising that people are looking to learn more about how to cool off. Our 2010 story on the opening of the West Irving Aquatic Center is surging in views.
What's so lazy about this river anyway?
And rounding out the WebWatch this week, our coverage of this year's Special Olympics basketball tournament. In response, John Biddle asked on YouTube, "Why isn't this broadcasted on TV?" Hey John, the story was on TV, right here on City Source. Or wait, if we're not on TV, I'm wasting a lot of time standing here dressed up in this hot studio. Just saying. If you missed any of those stories, find them at ictn.tv. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/The City of Irving. We have about 1,700 videos on there. Watch and please post a clever comment or at least give us a thumbs up because we always like to hear from you. The Dallas Tattoo Expo moved to the Irving Convention Center and brought a lot of fun and unusual moments. We had a great time checking it all out. It's the one event at the Irving Convention Center where many people will leave forever changed. This is the Dallas Tattoo Expo.
Welcome. Oh, I'm loving it.
Across the exhibit hall, we saw people getting inked from head to toe, just about everywhere in between.
It's my first tattoo, and it's pretty big for a first tattoo.
How much did it hurt?
We're just looking around, see if we can get inspiration on a couple tattoos or maybe even get pierced.
How much pain are you in right now?
None at all.
He says that even as two artists work on him at the same time. Jeff and Ryan Johnson are brothers who work as a team.
I'm doing a realistic eagle with a American flag behind it.
Doing a state of Texas with a "Come and Take It" logo. To make it look like it's sunk into his skin.
Some artists start with pencil and paper, others with Sharpies on skin.
What made you want to get this?
Might as well.
I'm just going to do a traditional anatomical heart on his chest. I find it best to just draw freehand on the skin rather than on paper. A lot of the times it doesn't flow right.
Here there are plenty of techniques and options to see. People who already have tattoos say checking them all out is their top tip.
It's the best thing to do research on it. I do black and gray realism. Other guys do color realism, traditional. It's best to research who does the best style for you.
It's actually pretty cool just to see talents and the different ways they can do it, like new school and traditional.
The artists like it too.
You get to see everybody that's out in the industry doing their thing. This is how we get better, seeing what everybody else is doing.
Artists are just getting together, man, and networking a lot harder nowadays. They're a lot more free-minded, man.
Dee Sanchez is part of another tattoo team.
My homie over here, Damon Galloway, we haven't did a collaboration yet, and we thought it was time to get together and do some epic stuff, you know what I mean?
I just kind of gave them an idea and they went with it.
And even as she sits here, she's thinking of what she might get next.
To me, it's an addiction.
It's addicting. You get one and you can't stop.
I got my first tattoo when I was 14 and fell in love with it after that.
With parents' permission?
Nah, I got my beat.
I started when I was 26 to make sure I wouldn't have any regrets.
Rebecca Jackson already has several and is about to get one more.
I'm getting the robot from Metropolis, 1926 movie. It's awesome.
It's something that I've been thinking about for a long time now. It means a lot to me, and I think that's the beauty of a tattoo.
James Wynn's first tattoo is just about finished. Now you're gonna get more or what?
Definitely, I'm looking for like a Buddha, another Buddha right here on my chest piece, but something in time. I gotta get a little meat in my bones first.
Some proud people take to the stage to enter contests. Judges check out the work closely, then the contestants also show it to the crowd. But they are not competing for themselves.
If you keep your trophy, you're not that nice. The proper etiquette is that you get to keep the tattoo and have that forever, and that you give the artist who gave you the tattoo the award.
Tell me about the work that went into that. How many hours?
We did 3 sessions at 6 hours each, so I can't math.
Miles Becken is among the winners. What was your winning tattoo?
Female Buddha, and I sat there for, I think it was about 20 hours.
All worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
And talk about hours.
I can go for 60 hours straight tattooing.
Artist Tyson Turk is looking at adding to his list of world records.
And I'm looking to do 6,000 piercings in one person.
For him, it's part of the culture.
It's my lifestyle, what I do. Sun cut.
A culture that can also include this. What's the name of your business?
Dead Things in Jars.
Show me some of the products you have here.
Got a little bit of everything. We got some baby beavers.
He says they're actually popular gifts and wants everyone to know.
And I don't kill anything. Everything's already deceased prior to me getting it.
This is the first year the Dallas Tattoo Expo is in this building.
The Irving Convention Center is definitely where we're going to keep our event. It's a great, beautiful building here.
By the next expo, a lot of people here will have more to show.
It's going to go all the way down my arm. Cheeto did this, the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some roses later on my arm to finish up my arm and stuff.
A little pain for something they say they are happy to gain.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but the outcome of like a beautiful piece of art on you forever.
Some people buy their artwork, I wear mine, so it's kind of, why not show it to the world?
So much fun there. And we have more to show you at the end of the show. Here's what else is coming up at the Convention Center. July 24th through 26th is the second of 2 Jehovah's Witnesses conventions, which are expected to draw more than 7,500 people. And August 15th is yet another bodybuilding event. Those have become big business for the Convention Center. August 21st through 23rd is a huge event we'll be telling you more about in the weeks ahead, the Family Adventure Fest. Find ticket prices and a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. A lot of people are planning ahead to the next school year. The Irving Fire Department's annual Supplies for Success drive is already underway. Irving fire stations are collecting donations of items including binders, backpacks, paper, and more. So drop them off at the one closest to you. Or checks can be sent to Irving ISD, P.O. Box 152637, and the zip is 75015-2637. Also, we want to remind you about another drive still going on. This one is out for blood.
Grand Prairie, Irving, do you accept the challenge?
As we showed you a few weeks back, Dallas County Commissioner Elba Garcia challenged the cities of Irving and Grand Prairie to see which one could get the most blood donors. Donations are accepted at Carter Blood Care at 7750 North MacArthur Boulevard in Irving. Make sure to specify that it's for the Irving Challenge. The deadline is August 9th, and Dr. Garcia promises a special celebration for the winning city. The state again recognized Keep Irving Beautiful as a Gold Star affiliate for its work in the city. That honor came at the Keep Texas Beautiful Conference. The KIB got some help at its latest effort from interns at Southgate Constructors. Southgate, as you may know, is the contractor for TxDOT on the Midtown Express. These interns working at the firm this summer are from across the country. They painted a fence and did some other work at Running Bear Park. That park has gotten a perk up from several organizations in recent months, from faith-based groups, businesses, and young people.
It's really a great way to have sweat equity and work with people outside of an activity that you wouldn't normally do. For example, the interns today work in an office environment, but today they're working outside and getting an opportunity to enjoy the park as well as make it a little nicer for today.
Keep Irving Beautiful is signing up volunteers for its next big event, the 24th Annual Trash Bash. It's Saturday, September 26th at T.W. Richardson Grove Park. Sign up at keepirvingbeautiful.org, and we'll wish them the best for clear skies on that day. A follow-up now to a story from our last edition of City Source that generated a lot of public interest. This Irving police dash cam video shows an animal services officer rescuing a cat from the divider on State Highway 183. Quite a risky rescue, but it paid off. Officers appropriately named the cat Freeway. We are happy to report that a family quickly adopted Freeway. Turns out he had some pre-existing injuries, but he is getting medical help and has a happy new home. So that cat was adopted, but there are plenty more. In fact, the Animal Care Campus has extended its cat special through July. Cats 1 year and older are free to adopt. Kittens are $50. Vaccinations, spaying or neutering, leukemia test, and microchip are all included. It's time now to head out to the Animal Care Campus for our Pets of the Week.
Hi, I'm Marissa Gooden with the Irving Animal Care Campus. I volunteer for the city shelter. This is Onion, our first pet of the week. She is a 2-year-old dachshund. She's really sweet. She is a owner surrender. She's very friendly. She loves to play. This is our second pet of the week. This is Chloe. She's a Jack Russell Terrier, 12 years old. She is kind of a handful, but she's a really sweet girl. She is very calm and just likes to lay around all day. So she's a good companion to have. This is Clarissa, our third pet of the week. She is a terrier mix. She was a public drop-off. She's really, really sweet and loving, loves to play. So if you'd like to come see her, check her out at the shelter.
All right, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, you can always check out the websites you see on the screen. Another story for pet lovers is on the next City Source. Find out how to best protect your dog during these hot summer days. Also, we're only showing a little from the police station here, but we got some very compelling video from our ride-along with Irving Police as they conducted a no-refusal operation. It's all to reduce drunken driving, and we'll have an in-depth report on that. And an Irving employer celebrates its 5th anniversary. Find out how it is setting up students to succeed in careers. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from the Dallas Tattoo Expo at the Irving Convention Center. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.